Hello guys, welcome to another video. In this video we would be seeing and what is embedding and why we need to do embedding and what are the advantages of doing embedding and what are the scenarios in which the embedding will be used, and also how we can do embedding using LangChain and also using HuggingFace transformers as well. So what is embedding? Embedding is nothing but the numerical representation of any text. If you see here, embedding are the numerical representation of data like words or sentences mapped in the multidimensional space. So what is multi-dimensional space? So when you create a vector, the vector will have multiple numeric values. So that's what it says as a multi-dimensional space. So embedding is nothing but creating a vector out of any text or image. So if you see this point, these vectors act like a coordinates in the virtual space where similar items are positioned close together and dissimilar items are further apart. So now the question is, why do we need embeddings? The first thing is semantic understanding. For suppose I have multiple text, and let's say I have a text like I love cats and I love dogs, I love animals. So all these are kind of literally similar text. So when you search with I love cats, it should written I love dogs, I love pets, and so on. So when you do embedding, we get the meaning of the text which we give. So traditional data can't inherently capture meaning, but embeddings make this possible by placing similar concepts close together. And the second thing is dimensionality reduction. Like when you try to search for a specific thing in a very big paragraph, it's gonna take time. So when you convert it to embedding and search, it should be very quick. If you see here, so embeddings contains large complex data like sentence or paragraph into smaller dense vectors, which makes it easier and faster to process. And also as it is very easier and faster to process, it helps in the model performance as well. In tasks like recommendation or text classification, embedding enhances model by providing a rich contextual understanding of data. And where can we use embedding? Like where we have the scenarios of search or information retrieval. Like when you want to get the relevant information, then you can go with embeddings. And during the case of recommendations, when for suppose a person has bought a phone and for suppose if you want to recommend him things related to the phone like a phone pouch or a tempered glass, then those kind of scenarios embedding will be helpful. For text classification, question and answering in the chat boards. So these are the scenarios where we do embedding, and majorly in terms of this LLMs for RAG purpose we do embedding. So we embed the data or we embed the text which our model doesn't know or is not aware of, and we store it in the vector database, and when we query it, then the query which we give will also be embedded, and when we search from the database, the relevant information will be retrieved from the database. So that's how we use these embeddings in terms of RAG. So we have multiple embeddings. I'll show you Hugging Face embeddings as well. So right now we are using OpenAI embeddings. So for this you need to have the OpenAI API key which we need to give here. And then I have declared this embedding model which is nothing but OpenAI embeddings. And when you do this embedding model dot embed documents, then when you pass list of strings, you can embed all those. See, if you see, the length of embeddings is nothing but 3 and embed of 0. That means this particular text is embedded into this vector here, this huge vector. And if you don't have a list of strings and if you have a single query and if you want to embed, you can just use like embed model dot embed query of the query which you want to pass or the string which you want to pass. That's it. So this will have the embedded vector of the query which we pass. This is what it is. And also in LangChain, we can catch the embed vector so that every time you don't have to retrieve from the database or any place. So we can even catch it. So to catch it in the local file or in memory, we can do that as well. So the first is a embedding, same as what we have seen above, and then we have a class called catch backed embeddings dot from byte store. First thing is you need to pass the embedding type you are using here, and the next is store. So where you want to catch your embeddings, and the next is the model which you want to pass it. That's it. So this variable you need to pass it along with the text which you want to catch it. So here I have a documents. This is a text which I got from the text document. I have split it. So I want to catch this document. So I'm just passing this here. That's it. So this will be catched. And here if you see, we are catching in the local store here inside dot catchy. Instead, if you want, you can even use the in-memory catchy as well. That's it. So this is how we can catchy the embeddings in LangChain. And also if you have seen above, we have used OpenAI embeddings But instead, if you want to use Hugging Face embeddings, we can even use that. And when you go to Hugging Face and when you click on models and when you search with sentence similarity, so you can use all these models and even do embeddings. So some are used for multimodal like image and video embedding, some are used for just text embeddings. You can just go inside it and you can just go through that. So here I have used this particular embedding model from Hugging Face. So like OpenAI embeddings, here we have Hugging Face embeddings and we need to just pass the model name. That's it. And this is the variable. And we can use this variable like wherever we have used OpenAI embeddings above, you can even use that variable as well. So that variable dot embed query, if you use, you can even embed this. That's it. Similarly on how we have used the OpenAI embeddings. And similarly you can use Ollama embeddings as well. So in Ollama right now I have Llama 3. So we have a class called Ollama embeddings and we can just use this one embeddings. So this variable dot embed query, this variable dot embed document. That's it. Like how we have done above. Like this. That's it. So this is how we embed any text or the document using LangChain.